Last month on April 15th, stavn announced his return to professional Counter-Strike by signing with Ninjas in Pyjamas, rejoining his old teammate Shush and coach Exist. stavn was an electric rifler before his hiatus, so it came to a shock to many that he signed to NIP as an AWPer. He justified this role change on HLTV Confirm, stating that his strength in-game are positioning and controlling on the CT side. I wanted to explore the sentiment on his Nuke CT side versus Monty, where he posted 2.31 CT rating and a 14-2 KD, propelling his team from a 4-10 deficit to a 13-10 victory, all from being proactive on the op. After a pistol loss and a forced buy save, NIP eke out a round 15 win, allowing stavn to bring out the op on round 16. On round 16, stavn starts outside and looks poised to HE the slant smokes, but chooses against it after seeing this third smoke come in that teams have been throwing to prevent the CTs from HEing the slant smokes, and also allowing for more lurk options. He quickly shoots up heaven to try to get a peek on the T's before they cross, but gets startled by Afro holding him and fires off a no-scope, which wildly connects onto Afro. After he spots these two players outside, he assumes the T's are in a 4 outside, 1 inside default, because this 4-1 default is extremely common on T-side nuke. He then moves towards ramp to hunt down the 1 inside player and gets the frag onto Monty's lurker before going to B to help Karen. Monty's lower take stalls out, but Afro does get his revenge from earlier in the round by tagging stavn through the vent all the way to U-Haul. The cherry on top to stavn's proactivity in this round is him moving closer to A in the event of Monty rotating up through the vent, which was left open. Round 17 is pretty unnoteworthy because there's an anti-eco, but stavn does clean up nicely outside. In round 18, stavn starts by going for this mini wall pick and finds an unsuspecting Afro. Just like in the round previous, stavn immediately finds a different angle to find impact on the op. He rotates down the vent to secret, where he finds his second in the round, before rotating back up the vent to A. As you can see from these two rounds, stavn did not have to hit any special shots at all, and he found his impact through positioning alone. Round 19 shows another aspect of stavn's proactivity, because he starts his op in heaven to help on A early in the round. The reason he does this is because in rounds prior, Monty attempted an outside play to B that got stopped. On eco, they went outside, and they then tried a slower default outside that got picked apart. Monty's game plan to pressure outside early into the half was being stopped at the gate by Nip. And now that Monty were onto a low buy, it seemed like a logical next attempt for them to try an A or a ramp hit. Monty ultimately goes for a vent dive, and the round is decided with Karen getting 3 on the B defense. In round 20, stavn plays back on the start, and once Monty throws a second round of outside smokes, he rotates down to ramp to secret, where he continues to probe for information. An important note about this round is that Snappy started in back garage and was able to relay all sounds he heard from secret, which in this round turned out to be nothing. But nothing is still information. At the same time, stavn has worked his way up to double door, where he is still seeing no one. At this point in the round, it is safe for stavn and Nip as a whole to assume that the brunt of Monty's attack will not be towards secret, since the T's have not started clearing out the lower tunnels. Off this info, Karen goes to smoke off ramp, knowing Monty might be about to come his way, but he is just a couple seconds short on the smoke and Monty take ramp. Shortly after, Snappy dies to Pyjamas outside, confirming all 5 T players, because Gizmy is the outside player for Monty, and Karen heard the 3 other players on ramp. stavn pushes down secret, knowing that he can get a favorable fight on a 1 versus 1, but doesn't get the right timing onto Gizmy. He then rotates to single, where he has to hit what is his hardest op shot of the CT side, believe it or not, and then closes out the round with time on his side. Round 21 is a repeat of round 19. It is an anti-eco, so stavn starts heaven, but this time, Monty gets stopped in their tracks. Round 22 is yet another display of stavn playing proactively. He starts by trying to pick door, quietly rotates down vent to secret, and then after he is jiggled out, he rotates all the way to ramp, allowing Karen to stack A, the site where the round is ultimately decided. As I let round 23 play, I want to say that stavn's return to CS with him picking up the AWP has been exciting because of his games like this where he's able to single-handedly take over. His inconsistent form so far is definitely expected for someone coming into a new team and a new role, and his lackluster Anubis performances definitely show room for improvement. Some of his current moves might make him a victim of anti-strat, and he might fall stagnant like Ultimate did on Liquid after his Fuming debut. However, I do not think stavn has the same fate, and his experience at the top level, in conjunction with his age, gives him the foundation to build into a top AWPer in years to come.